Howdy ho, my crafty friends. This is Lori at the Ladybug Journals, and I am so glad that you joined us today. So today, this video is for, now let me get her name right here. Now, I am not going to be able to say her name right, so this video is for Deborah Krazaskis, Krazusch 6561. She asked me if I could do again the flowers on the tag, because the which one was it? When we created the video with the pockets on the index cards, I inadvertently moved the toward the end when I was finishing up, and she couldn't see what I was doing. So I told her that I would do it again so she could see what I was doing after I put the transparency film on. So Deborah, this is for you so that you can see what I am doing. And again, I'm very sorry that you could not see what I was doing. And hopefully for any new viewers and new subscribers, you'll be able to see how I'm doing this. Now, for the one that Deborah's talking about, that was on an index card. For today, I'm going to do this on a tag, just a regular a tag. And then I thought we would also do it on, I have this pack of jumbo cards, and it just came in a box like this. And I found this at an old yard sale, and I have no idea how old these cards are. I got them for $0.25, and I was so excited. I remember playing with these cards when I was a kid, and I would play games with my brothers and sisters with them. So before we start the tag, I'm gonna cover this real quick. And this is a piece of baking paper. The paper, it's not wax paper. It isn't wax paper. Baking paper is what I use when I bake cookies. I line my my cookie sheets, and I put this down, and I don't have to change it, and the wax coating doesn't get on my cookie sheets. If you look in the aisle in your local Walmarts and grocery stores, it says baking paper on it. And you can coffee dye this much easier, coffee and tea dye it. And also you can use your your food colorings on it much easier than wax paper. Wax paper is a whole different process if you want to do that. But it gets really soft, and it gets a real subtle color. I don't even know if you can tell. Let me put it against my sweater. See, it gets a real subtle color to it. But you can use it in your journals, and then it has a real soft, crunchy sound to it. So I'm going to cover this card with it, and I can use my glue stick for that. Wax paper, it doesn't work very well. And once you get wax paper wet, that's a whole new ball game. So, but the reason I'm doing this real quick is I want it to dry a little bit before I start to put my flowers on it. But I want to be able to see, and I just grabbed one out of the box. There is no rhyme or reason to why I picked this little man. But I just want to cover this with this baking paper while we're working on the other piece. And I wanted this darker piece up here. So I want to make sure that's on there. And I'm just going to lay it down. There we go. See, you can still see through it. Like that. But it kind of takes away the white. And that's what I wanted. So I can still see through it a little bit. I think I glued my card down. It wouldn't surprise me. There. I can still see through it, but now my card doesn't look as white. So, Can you tell the difference now? So I'm going to let that dry a little bit. And I'm not going to worry if it's, you know, if it's straight or if I have it all the way up to the edge. I just don't even care. I just want to take the big piece off there so I can show it to you. There we go. I'm going to put that big piece over there. And I'm just going to let this dry off to the side while we're working. Okay? So I'm going to put that up there with my note. Okay. Back to our tag. So this is just your regular tag. Like I get mine in Michael's and Joann's. So, you know, no big to-doy. Now, I do want to check my camera here real quick. Make sure Deborah can see what I'm doing. Okay, good deal. Okay, so I am using, again, a vintage photo and gathered twigs. And 99 times out of 100, I use oxide. Occasionally, I'll use ink, but that's very rare. And yes, I know, for those of you that are purists, I'm going to use the exact same little squeegee. Now, that doesn't always happen, but I can't find my other thing, so it's going to happen today. And I'm just going around the edge a little bit with the vintage photo. And then I'm going to use the gathered twigs. And I'm going to go around it a little bit just to darken it up. And you'll notice I'm not going in the center. I'm leaving the center a little lighter where my hands are. Because that's where the flowers are going to go. And I kind of want them to stand out a little bit. Okay? So it's kind of like they're going to be in a little halo. And that's all I'm going to do with the ink. Or the oxides. I call them inks. So, okay. So I'm going to put them away. And I'm going to put my little whoop-de-doody away. There we go. Now this is I found these as I was putting my new batch of spring flowers in to dry. And it was right after Deborah sent me her request. So I thought, oh good, I can do it. So now let's choose the ones we're going to use. Okay, come here you. And I'm thinking these are going to fit okay. And it's going to be just like before. You can't use anything that's really bumpy, like this little bud. The little bud is bumpy, so I'm going to have to really be careful with it, and I'm probably going to have to cut it off. Because the bumpies don't work, so I'm going to have to cut that little bump off. Okay, here, let's see what we have here. I'd like to use this little flower. It's got some really pretty color on it, but it's stuck to another. There we go. I was going to say it's stuck to another stem. Oh, there. I really like that. Oops. What are you flipping and flopping around for? Yeah, I should have got my tweezers out. I always think of them after I get started on this. Darn it. Okay, let's turn this over here and see what the color. Now, that one's got some good color on it. Let's try it this way. Now, this is what you're going to have to do. You're just going to have to play with it and, you know, see what you like. Until it's pleasing to your eye. That's basically what you're going to have to do. Until it's pleasing to your eye, you're just going to have to play. Now, I want some leaves. If I have some leaves, I would like to put, let me see in this little bag here. When the leaves dry on these little buttercups, they don't dry the prettiest colors. Here we go. I might be able to get these off. They don't dry the prettiest green that they are. Because when you gather them, They are their prettiest colors. But the little top piece that was on it, it is just like a little, it is just way too bumpy to put under there. So off it comes. I can't use it, but I can use those little seeds, but I mean the little leaves. So I can turn this over and I can position it. Okay, let me grab my tweezers for this because I'm going to end up breaking a stem. Hold on just a second, you guys. Okay, I grabbed my tweezers because what I'm thinking of I'm going to do here is take this and I want to put it right there, just like that. There we go. Yeah, and me and my clumsy hands. Okay. Now, again, I'm going to use Barely Art. And I want to glue this down first. And before I glue those down, I always squeeze a little bit into my napkin, you know, to make sure it's flowing. Make sure it flows, you know, a little bit. And because I've added that little piece, I'm going to take it off. And these are my little jewelry tweezers, because so they don't even have a really sharp tip on them. There we go. So let's get a little line of glue on it here. And you don't have to go all the way up. What you're basically doing when you do this is you just want to have the flowers not wiggle on you, like mine are doing now. That's what you want them to do. You just don't want them wiggling around. Okay. When you're trying to put your... Okay. Now I'm going to need this again to just tap them into place like that. Whoops. Okay. And since mine wiggled, I got a little bit of glue hanging out, so let's see if I can get it off of there. Come on. There we go. Okay, now let's do this piece here. Okay. And then put this piece down. And I'm terrible at, I start out with my you know, with my flowers one place and they end up someplace else. Just like right now. I'm pretty sure it was over here on the other side when I started with it, but right now it's going to end up over here. And that's okay. Now where'd that little leaf go? Okay, I've already lost my leaf. Well, is that it? No. Well, you guys have already lost it. All right, let's see if we can take one off of here. Oh, good heavens. All right, let's just cut one off of here. Good heavens. I thought I probably should have glued it down before I moved it. Okay. Let's see if we can get it off of here. There we go. Silly leaves. Now I'll find it when we're done. Oh, there it is. Right there. It was sitting under the bottle. Yeah, this is actually 2 leaves. I think that one's too big. Let's take that one off. We'll put it over there and just let the glue dry. Okay. Come on. Now, you don't have to put any leaves. You can just put the stem. Totally and completely up to you. All right, I'm going to let that dry before I put anything on top of it. I'm going to let it dry, okay? So I've just sat it in front of me. Okay, and our big card here, right here. Now, I'm going to trim it off. So I'm going to turn it around here. Now, you could use on this, you could use the old sandpaper trick if you wanted, you know, to get that nice soft edge. But I hate that noise. And I think some of you probably do too. And there's just not that much to trim off. So I'm just going to use my scissors. And this trims off so very nicely. Now, if you have anything that didn't stick with this baking paper, you can just use either your glue stick. You can get your glue stick under there. Like the corner here didn't stick. Didn't go down all the way. So I'm just going to stick this barely art glue under there and stick it down. And see, it doesn't bleed through. So it's fine. And then these little scissors of mine, I can come around and get that corner. Like that. And I'm going to check this corner. Because once you get it covered, you can't do anything with it. Right here too. Okay. So you do need to check your edges before you put down anything on this, with this stuff. Okay. Oh, gosh, I missed a lot here. Okay. There. Now, with this, I'm going to do similar to what I did to the tag. I'm going to take my ink pad. Okay, let's lift this up out of the way. And let's move our flowers. And to add a little more dimension to this, because it's already got some on it, it's not going to take as much. But I do want to go around here because it is still stark white on the back. I do want to go around the back. And you could use any color you wanted on this with these bright yellow flowers. You could, you could make this look really bright and cheerful with reds and yellows. And oh my gosh, you could just really, really, really make this bright and cheerful. But I'm just using right here, I'm just using Vintage Photo. I think that's Vintage Photo. Yeah, I think that is. And by going around the edges, I'm picking up all these little crinkles, and I'm barely touching it right now. This is the gathered twigs, and I'm barely touching it. I'm just skimming over the top. And I'm picking up, all the wrinkles and all the fun stuff. I just barely touched it. I just barely went over top. I think I had them right. Let's see. Huh. Well, they really should tell you on the back. They really should. But they don't. Do they put a number on the front? No, they don't. Well, I guess I probably need to mark on the back then, because they don't tell you on the back. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing on the front that we did on the little tag. I'm going to put some flowers on it, and we're going to see what we come up with. So we had left, and I have in here a big one that's on the stem that I really just like. And, oh, it's already out. Okay, right here. I kind of like that one, but I also like this. And I'm thinking I might just do this and be done with it. But I don't know that I want that. No, I don't think I want that. I think I just want that. Because of the, the king that's behind it. Oh, I don't know. She kind of disappears, doesn't she? Maybe if we make her darker. Maybe if we make him darker. Oh, wait, I have an idea. Let's put some book page on him. Let's put a piece of book page on him. Now, I've got, my book page here from... Let's do that. Let's put some book page here. So I've got some book page from the book that we've been using. Our favorite little book we've been using. Let's kind of schmuck it up here a little bit. Here, we don't need this. I think I just want a strip of it. I don't want that. Come down the side here. I do think maybe I want a stamp on it. Let me move this paper out of the way. Let's see if this is long enough here. Oh yeah, we can trim that. No, I think I want to keep that. I think maybe right there, but I think a different color. So let me grab my stamps. And let's see what we can put on there. Okay, I will be right back. Let's grab our stamps. Okay, so I grabbed the butterflies. I thought they would be cute. And I grabbed the big flower stamp. This is big enough. We could do that. And I grabbed some of my little memento inks. I really like those. Oh, I need to put the top on this. And let's move the tweezers so we don't lose them. And maybe let's do the butterflies. Let's see what color we have in here that I grab. How about we do the butterfly in maybe pink? Let's see how I like this. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to like that or not. Yeah, it's not my favorite. But let's do pink butterflies. If I don't like that pink there, I can do it again. All right, let's take this off. Okay. Oh, I like the pink butterflies. Kind of subtle. Yeah, they're not real dark, are they? But that's okay. I don't think I like the pink on the paper, though. Let's put the flowers back and see if I like the pink. I do like the flower on the book page. I do like that. I like that a lot. So, maybe... So, how about that? Maybe the book page on cutting that butterfly in half and the flower on top of it. But I think that edge needs to be darker. It needs to be defined. So, how about black? Okay, so I need my black for that. Let me grab the black here right behind me. Okay, so okay, I know. Yeah, that was a big faux pas. I know, but that's what happens when I get. Oh gracious! When I start thinking. When I start thinking, that's what happens. Okay, so let's put some black on that page there behind us. And I'm just going to use this little blending brush because, oh, you know what? With these, I don't think I need to. Because I want this to stand out. And let's see how I like it then. Now remember, it's just paper. If we don't like it, we don't like it. It's just not that big a deal. And let's put black here. And it's okay if some of the pink shows. I actually kind of like it. And I don't know if I like it all black though. Maybe gray would have been better. I think black's a little too much. Let's see. Let's see. Well, no, black's a little much for me, you guys. I don't like it. Honestly, I don't like it. I'm not a big black inker. It just... So we're going to go with another piece. All right. So let's tear another piece. Yeah, that black is a little too fierce for me. Okay. So how about... I love the pink. Maybe we'll bring it down like that. I wonder what this color looks like. Yeah, I don't use these very often. This color is called Desert Sand. Do you guys use these dewdrops very often? And if you do you like them? Okay, let's see how we like that color. Honestly, I like my other color better, my gathered twigs better. So, but I do like the flower on the book page. I love the flower on the book page. So let's get the gathered twigs on it. Yeah, I like the gathered twigs on it. And I don't mind the desert sand on the edges, but I like the gathered twigs in the middle. I guess that's why I don't use these very often, because they just aren't my thing. I think the only colors I've ever used are the purples and the pinks. There. Well, I take that back. I have used the blacks and the grays when I've been waiting on my refills of blacks and grays. Yeah, I think this edge needs to be darker. Okay, I don't think that's... I think I have them. I think I have these wrong. I think this is, yeah, I think I put the wrong lids on them. I don't know. We're going to have to figure out which is which. I think I put the wrong lids on them. Okay. I do like that. I do like that with part of the K showing and the pink butterflies. I do like that. And where's that flower? And I like just that flower. Just like that. Okay. That's what we're going to do. All right, dewdrops. You're going to dewdrop on. Now, let's move these because we don't need those. Now, we need to glue our flower down so it can dry. Oh, you know what? We have to glue our paper down, don't we? So, let's grab our glue stick and glue our paper down. Now, let's get it where we want it. You know what? I think I want another butterfly. I think I want a butterfly showing up here. So, I think we do want our dewdrop back. Where's our pink? I think we want our pink back. And I think we want our butterfly. I think we want a butterfly maybe down here with that. Since we covered up part of it, I do think we want a butterfly. Except what happened to the butterfly? I found the flower, but what happened to the butterfly? Oh my goodness, you guys. I know she didn't fly away. Scissors. Oh, there it is right there in front of my face. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's ink this up really well. Okay, I'm inking her up. Trying not to get it on that part. I'm just trying to get it onto the, onto the pattern. Come on, straighten up. Okay, now since there's some butterfly on that paper, we might be able to see her. There we go. Yeah, I do like that. I do like that. Okay, now let's glue down our flower a little bit. Okay. Now, since this is the other side's brighter, I'm going to glue on this side. Okay, just a little bit. Okay, let me turn this. Come on, turn over. Okay, and just like before, I'm going to sit her up here right above me so she can dry a little bit. And we're we're going to keep her nice and simple because the background's a little busy. There we go. Okay, now we're going to put her up here to dry. And we're going to get our tag. Now we have to trim our tag. Okay. Now we have to trim. Now we have to cut, rather, not trim. All right, let's get the pink out of the way. Okay, we don't need that. Okay, let's get the flowers off the table. Okay. And we need this to cut our transparency film. Okay, so we have in here, we have this little piece, which is too small. And then we have this piece from the last time that we're going to use. Okay, so let's take it out. I know, it's hard to see. I know it is, you guys. All right, so now I'm going to lay, let me find it myself here, for our card. I'm going to go on and cut what I need for our card here. And I know you guys can't really see what I'm doing, but I'm kind of just cutting. Let me take that out. I kind of just have it lined up in here so I can go on and kind of cut what I need. Okay, it's not perfect because it's, you know, it's just too long, but I wanted to cut it so I knew when I cut for this tag that I was okay. Okay, so okay. Now, again, I'm going to make a little dot. So I line it up. I line my piece up, top and bottom and sides. Okay, and then I make a dot. Okay. Here. Here. Come on. Here. And here. That tells me where I need to cut. Okay. See my black dots? Okay. Oops. Okay. Nope, I didn't cut through it all the way. All right, where didn't I cut through it? Oh my goodness, this is so hard to see. I need to change my blade in this thing. Okay. There it is. Okay. Now, let's see if I can... Now, I'm going to use this box and hopefully you all will be able to see better. Now, let me make sure I'm lined up so you can see me. Okay. Now, I'm going to do the same as I did last time. I'm going to put glue around the tag. Just a thin line. Oops, I got glue on the acetate. Okay. Now, I was thinking today, if you don't have dried flowers, you can still do this. You know, you could still do this. All of your, you know, like Dollar Trees, Dollar General, Walmarts, Kmart's, Targets. I don't even know if Kmart's still in business. All of those stores have little tiny silk flowers like this. And today, you know, in today's times, and this is what Deborah missed. Okay, me doing this. Okay, Deborah, this is what I was doing. You take your tool and you push your acetate down. Okay? And any glue that comes out, you just simply wipe off. And you want to push outwards. Now, this small area right here that I have too much glue on, or that's too close to the flower, I'm just going to put a little clamp on so that it stays down right here next to the flower bud. So you could buy little silk flowers, you know, small silk flowers. And I know Joann's carries lifelike flowers because I've made them, or I bought them for wedding arrangements and floral arrangements. As a matter of fact, one of them's getting ready to go sit on my dining room table. And you could, now the only thing you wouldn't have are the dried leaves, you know, that are brown, that are this brownish color like that. But you would have everything else. So you could use those flowers to make one of these if you chose, or to make as many as you wanted. And they would be lovely. You know, so you could make lovely tags, you could make pockets in your journals, you could do whatever you wanted. And then I always put around the edges, I always put a couple of paper clips to help hold it into place because I'm going to be cutting on it. And this glue takes a little while to dry. So I always put a couple of paper clips to hold things in place while I'm cutting like this. Because, you know, your tags have rounded bottoms and squared tops. So while I'm trimming like that, I always put some paper clips in place. Otherwise, you know, things get knocked out. So after I trim my edges, I'll come in and I'll put a paper clip up there just in case, you know, I've knocked it out of whack. I know they look funny, but it helps hold them in place because now I'm coming down the sides. And I don't want it all to be knocked out, you know, wampadoodled. So I do the same thing here to help hold it in place. And I know until this all turns, see how it's turned kind of a yellowish color? That one's too big. That's because of the glue on here. So I just keep these on here until that's all turned clear. Like that. And I'll just keep them on there. I can't use it right now anyhow. And then up here where this is, I just take my hole punch and I punch through it. So, but until then, I leave that on there. Now this one over here I haven't done yet, but I will. Okay? So then you just sit it aside and you let it dry. Now for this one, we're going to do basically the same thing. Okay? We're going to sit it down here and we're going to run our glue. Now, if you want to make this a large tag, after all this is dry, you would just punch your hole. Now, that's dried. So we're going to run our glue around the top. All the way around. You're going to run it all the way around. And again, I'm going to put paper clips on it to help it hold. You know, because this Barely Art glue, it doesn't dry as quick as our other glues. It takes a couple of minutes. There we go. It takes a couple of minutes to dry. So you're better off just putting the paper clips on it. Unless you want to sit there and hold it, you're better off just putting well, keep your fingers out of it, Lori. You're better off putting the paper clips on it. And because then you can go on with something else. You can create more of them. You can do whatever you want. There we go. And when I do things like this, I usually do multiples. Once I get my flowers out, I do multiples. Oh dear. There it is. I think. Yeah. Okay. Now this is obviously way too long. And that's okay. I can trim it. And then I'm just going to lay that over top. Turn it around here. Okay. I'm going to use this to push down. Make sure it's making contact. Now, this is really important that you do this step. Use it with your finger. Use the back of your scissors. Use something to make sure that this makes contact with this baking paper. Okay? Use something. You can even use your bone folder. Just gently tap on this to make sure that this makes contact on baking paper. See over here? It did not make contact over here. On this book page, between the book page and the baking paper. So I have to come in and make sure that it's making contact or it won't stick. There. I mean, you can come back in after the rest of it's dried, but you have to make sure that this sticks. It's just something about the baking paper that if you don't make sure, then it just won't do it. I don't know what it is about it, but it just won't do it. I don't know why. All right, so a couple of paper clips going around. Let's do some at the top. Now on something this big, okay, let's go down the sides. I just have to trim off this bottom piece. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's way too long. So before I can put any clips at the bottom, though, I have to trim it at the bottom. So I'm going to turn it over here. And we're going to trim across the bottom. And we're going to get that piece off. And then get some clips on it. And then we can put this one aside to dry. There we go. There we go. Now this one just needs to dry. Now the baking paper might take a couple of minutes longer than the tag. Just like I said, it's just something about the baking paper. Okay, this can go in our box. Okay. Let's put that down. Okay, we can check this. All right, so let's take our clips off here and we can go on and punch our hole. Oh yeah, that's better. Okay, so up at the top, I want to put, now you could put anything up there. You could put a bumblebee, you could put a butterfly. I'm going to put a ladybug. And I want to use, that's not the color I want. There it is. I already got it out. Oh, wait, I didn't get it out. I want to use this kind of a bronzy, brownish color. There it is. And I'm just going to use a little bulb pen. Okay. Come on. Oh gosh, I can't get them open. Oh my goodness. Holy guacamole. Oh, there we go. Now they're open. Okay, and we're going to put just a little piece of lace with them. So let's go on and get our bulb pin ready. See, we're just going to fold that over. And I couldn't decide if I wanted that one or that one. So I thought we would just... No, I think I just like this one. My very first ladybug this year was on one of these plants. She was crawling up the stem. So I think we're going to have to keep that one. So I think we're going to also use a little piece of paper here. Yeah, we're going to have to fold up a little piece of paper here. Maybe like this. So let's see if we can get this through here. That's better. Let's get a hold of her. Okay. There's our little bulb pin. Yeah, I think I like it like that. Okay, and there are those. Now let's punch it through. I hope it punches through okay. I think we're going to need the bigger one though. This one should punch through it. Oops. Okay. And I got some, I think we're going to use some green sari. No, I think we're going to use this color sari ribbon. Put just a little piece of ribbon on her. Yeah, I don't like big ribbons on them. Okay, so let's just get a little piece of ribbon through her. Maybe, yeah, I don't know how big it's going to have to go through there. Let's put this through and see. Let's see what goes through here. Oh, that's too thick. Yeah, we're gonna have to make this sari ribbon thinner. So let's do that first. This is a thick one. So let's put it in half. That's better. Oh, that'll be better. That'll be better. Okay. Okay, let's trim off our bottom here while I still think of it. And we'll put our little ball pin on here. Oh, I put our little ladybug on backwards, didn't I? Yeah, I always seem to do that backwards. There we go. Now she's going the right direction. Silly girl, she's like me, always going the wrong direction. Okay, now here's what I did. I just clipped her right through there. I know you all couldn't see me do it, but my eyesight is so bad I had to watch what I was doing. And she might be a little long here because she's kind of covering up our flowers, didn't she? Huh, I might have to rethink that. Because now we can't see our pretty flowers. Yep, sorry, Ladybug. I don't think you're going to work here. I think we can take those off. I don't think she's going to work on here. Yeah. All right, Deborah. There you go, dear. We'll save our ladybug for a different project. Okay. Let's see if this one's dried enough we can take these off. All right, so today we made 2 with our flowers. One on a jumbo card and one on a tag. Now, neither of them are dried completely, of course, but that's all right. They'll get there. They'll get there. And as they dry, then you can come in and you can trim them. You can trim them down with your scissors. Because you'll be able to see, as I can here, you'll be able to see that where you need to trim. Just be careful as you're trimming your edges. You don't want to trim your project. Like I have done many times. You all have seen me do that. So just be careful as you're going around your edges. You can wait until they dry completely. There we go. There you go. So we've done 2 projects today. Deborah, I hope that helps you. Again, this is a project that's quick and easy to do. And if you don't have the dried flowers, give it a try with the silk ones and see if that's something that you're able to do. And I hope that you enjoyed our project today here on the Ladybug Journals. And if you're new and you're watching for the first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're so glad that you joined us. And come back again. Feel free to share the videos and invite your friends. I love having friends come visit. It's always so much fun. And don't forget to subscribe. You know how to do that. It's right down there at the bottom. Right down there. It's right down there. You also know how to like, and you know where the share button is. They're all right there together. All three of them, right? They're right down there. You all know how to do that. You're pros at this. It takes me a minute when somebody says that in a video. It's like, huh? I'm not real sure what they're talking about, but I'll figure it out. So, and I would appreciate it if you did like and subscribe. That would be fabulous. It would just make me go, woohoo! So, come back and join us again. And I see there is a lot of glare. So let me pick these up for you guys. There you go. That would be fabulous if you joined us here on the Ladybug Journals all the time. We would just be thrilled to have you join us. There we go, you guys. Yeah, I think as this one dries, we will definitely add some more to it. But I do like the one flower. Let me know which one you like the best. Do you like the tag or do you like the one flower? Down in the comments, let me know which one you like the best. So, I hope you guys had a good time today. And until we see you in our next video, ta-ta for now.